I know that. I know. I'm sorry, folks. So we're just getting all this information from the director about keeping everyone advised of what's going on. And right now, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sorry that we all have to be the guinea pigs, the obvious targets for these things. The government obviously will come out of this intact, while the rest of society has to either suffer radiation sickness, and we all are going to get it, folks, because the radiation. What is the current? Have you all gotten any Geiger counter readings? How many Roentgens are we actually taking right now? Is it more than 500? Well, go find out, you idiot. I'm sorry, folks. We just need to try to keep ourselves calm here, or at least try to keep ourselves going with any new information we have. Don't go crazy. I mean, we've got enough probably crazos out there right now trying to do whatever they can to get what they can, and food and water is probably your number one issue, and we certainly don't have anything here ourselves. We're just biding time. I'm hoping that somebody in the government's going to come to our rescue, but I don't think that's going to happen, and I think you already know that too, folks. We're all on our own now. So, yeah, what is it? Is it 600 or is it 500 Roentgens? Roentgens, by the way, folks, is the actual radiation detection of how many parts per square inch of radiation your body's subjected to, and if it's more than 300 or 400, you got a lethal dose of radiation. If you're in your home, I would say stay as far away from the outside walls as possible, and try to build some sort of a protection over yourself, such as putting furniture in a section where you can put things on top of it, and then stick yourself in between the furniture, and that way you get a little more protection from the radiation. Because that fallout, folks, when it starts falling, it's going to affect everybody. And it doesn't matter where you are in your home, you're going to still get it. And I don't know what else I can say except from my own researching into radiation and nuclear weapons, there is very little of anything we can do to protect ourselves from fallout. And of course, if you're listening and you have obvious health problems, you're vomiting, you have massive injuries of any kind, FEMA is saying don't try to leave your home. We haven't heard whether Grady is operating. We don't know if any of the other major hospitals like Piedmont or even Crawford Long or any of the other ones are even operating. It's just it's a total disaster. It's a catastrophe beyond perception, and we don't know what else to say it. But yeah. Okay. FEMA is giving us a little more information again. They're saying that fallout is expected in the next half hour, and they are advising all civilians to protect themselves any way they can. And again, what I just shared with you is actually what the FEMA people are saying now. Protect yourself in your home with additional materials that you can put around yourself, and this way whatever radiation gets into the house, you have a little more. But if your home is gone, obviously you have no protection. So we would just simply say, if you're out in the open, if you have friends that you know are unaccounted for, please don't try to look for them, because if you go outside, you're already exposing yourself to a lethal dose of radiation anyway. So please just do not try to leave your homes. Stay indoors. Don't leave. Keep your television or your radio on for information from FEMA. Your local authorities will... What is this? Okay, this is a message. Apparently, the mayor's office has issued this from Mayor Reed. He is advising those who are still able to move around and they aren't injured to report. I can't figure out what is he telling us here? Okay. The mayor is saying that he's remaining underground in his bunker for the present time. He's not going to try to leave and create any forward command or any kind of command and control points. He said the National Guard, apparently they have radios there that they can talk with him, and they are being mobilized as we speak to try to maintain control in these city limits. And it's still not clear to me of exactly where he expects those who are able-bodied and able to do things. I don't know where he's saying for us to go yet. Can you figure this out? What exactly is he telling us? But yeah, I mean, that's obvious. I mean, well, it looks like, folks, that the only place really that's equipped for any kind of real radiation protection is either at Hartsfield Airport or possibly even some of the main sports arenas. They're made of high grade thick concrete sections, you know, and the only thing they're saying to do is to try, if you're in those sections or if you're near any of those major buildings that have really thick concrete construction, get to them, because that's where you're going to get the most radiation protection, is inside buildings that are very heavily constructed. Phillips Arena, I don't think you should go there because most of it's glass, and who knows if it's even still standing. I'm sure the CNN Omni Hotel is probably completely destroyed. I haven't heard any news on that one. But with 400 to 500 Roentgens per hour, nobody should be going anywhere. You don't have radiation suits, nobody does. I mean, we're totally, completely in the open here. We don't have anything else that we can use to protect ourselves except, hopefully, to weigh down a government that is really disorganized even before this whole thing began. So, yeah, okay. There's no new information from the president. He isn't saying much either because I guess they're still waiting to get information from FEMA as to what key areas of the country were hit hardest. We don't know quite honestly whether Atlanta was hit harder than, let's say, Detroit or even maybe down in Louisiana, you know, New Orleans. But I can say this, any major Air Force base or any military base in any of the cities probably would have received the most massive damage, collateral damage, because that's what the Russians probably would want, was to take out the infrastructure of our military, communications, definitely New York. And is this all you guys have? I mean, you can't give me anything else? Yeah. Alright, just keep me advised. The director keeps telling me things in my ear. I don't know. But we'll keep you advised, folks. Just keep your television on if you have power. If you don't, you're probably not going to get it back. Or if you have power now, it's probably going to go out because, as far as I understand it, most of the infrastructure of the electrical systems in Atlanta were totally destroyed. If anyone's using a generator, that's great, because you were prepared for anything like this to happen, but just maintain calm. Please do not panic. It's kind of after the fact to say that, but we're just trying to inform the public not to do anything rash. Just try to control your emotions and your feelings, and try to stay calm. And as we find out new information from the government, we will be sure to tell you immediately. Again, this is WTCG, Channel 17 in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you're watching us, we are using our older UHF broadcast analog system that we had back in 2008 before the digital transfer, and that's why we're able to at least air some signal out. The other major network stations, all of them are totally digital at the time of the nuclear blast that took place here, and all of their equipment's completely destroyed. And we're lucky we're even airing anything ourselves right now, so ladies and gentlemen, I just found out there's another missile coming in. I want all of you to know that I've enjoyed what I've done at WTCG. I don't know if anybody's going to survive this, but I'm getting out of here. I'm going back down, man. You can't stop me. I'm going back down to that bomb shelter. Now get out of my way, man. Oh my